Look at the chair you are sitting in right now. It looks comfortable. It looks safe. But biologically speaking, that chair is a cage. And for millions of people over the age of 65, it is a coffin. We are going to start this video with a test. I want you to stop watching for a moment. I want you to scoot to the edge of your seat. Plant your feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest like a mummy. Do not touch the armrests. Do not touch your knees. Now, stand up. Did you do it? Did you fly up effortlessly? Did you have to rock back and forth to get momentum? Did your legs shake? Or did you fail? Did you instinctively reach out and grab the armrest to pull yourself up? If you grabbed the armrest, if you needed that external help to fight gravity, I have some very bad news for you. You have just failed the single most important exam of your life. Doctors call this the sit-to-stand test, but in the field of longevity research, we call it the mortality predictor. Because that one movement, lifting your own body weight against gravity, tells us more about your future lifespan than your blood pressure, your cholesterol, or your weight combined. If you cannot stand up from a chair without using your hands, statistics say you are 6 times more likely to die in the next few years compared to someone who can. 6 times. That is not a small margin. That is a chasm. It's the difference between living to 90 and not making it to 75. Why? Why does a simple chair test predict death? Because standing up is not just a leg thing, it's a total system check. To stand up, your brain has to coordinate a massive explosion of energy. Your heart has to instantly pump blood against gravity to stop you from fainting. Your nerves have to fire signals to your quadriceps and glutes at lightning speed. Your balance system in your inner ear has to stabilize you. If you fail the test, it means one or all of these systems is failing. It means your engine is losing horsepower, and when the engine loses horsepower, the car eventually stops. I want to tell you about a patient named Clara. Clara was 72. She came to me because she was feeling tired. She didn't have any major diseases. Her heart was okay, her lungs were clear. But when I asked her to stand up from the exam table, she groaned. She put both hands on the table. She heaved herself up. She took 3 seconds to straighten her back. I looked at her chart. She wasn't sick, she was fragile. She had entered what we call the death zone of muscle loss. Clara didn't know it, but her body had started to digest itself. She had stopped fighting gravity years ago. She bought a higher toilet seat because the low one was hard. She bought a recliner that lifts her up electronically. She stopped sitting on the floor to play with her grandkids. Every time she used a machine to help her move, her own machinery shut down a little more. This is the trap. Modern life is designed to help you avoid gravity. Elevators, escalators, soft sofas, electric cars. We have engineered the struggle out of our lives. But the struggle is the only thing keeping you alive. Your muscles are a use-it-or-lose-it tissue. If you do not force them to lift your weight, the body assumes you don't need them, so it dissolves them. It turns your expensive metabolic muscle tissue into fat. This condition has a name. It is the silent killer of the elderly. It kills more people than falls. In fact, it is the cause of the falls. It is called sarcopenia, from the Greek sarx, meaning flesh, and penia, meaning poverty. Poverty of the flesh. And if you failed the chair test, you are already poor. But the chair is just the beginning. There is another test, a test you can do with your hands right now. And this one predicts if your heart is going to stop. It seems unrelated. What does your hand have to do with your heart? Everything. Let's look at the dead hand grip and why a weak handshake is a medical emergency. Why a weak handshake is a medical emergency. The anatomy of decay. You might think your muscles are just there to look good or move things, but biologically, muscles are your metabolic currency. They are the only thing protecting your bones from gravity, and as you age, if you are not careful, they turn into a graveyard. We call this sarcopenia, and I want you to visualize it. Imagine a steak at the butcher shop. A young, healthy muscle looks like a filet mignon. It is dense, it is red, it is pure fiber, it is strong. Now, imagine a piece of cheap, fatty meat or a heavily marbled Wagyu beef. It is pale, it is soft, it is riddled with white streaks of fat. This is what happens to the thigh muscle of a 70-year-old who fails the chair test. The muscle didn't just shrink, it was infiltrated by fat. The actual contractile tissue, the engine, has been replaced by dead weight. This is marbled muscle. And marbled muscle cannot fight gravity. It cannot catch you when you trip. It is structurally compromised. The dead hand signal. But sarcopenia doesn't just happen in the legs. It happens everywhere. And the easiest place to detect it is in your hand. Squeeze your hand into a fist right now, as hard as you can. Do you feel the power? Do your knuckles turn white? Or does it feel soft, like squeezing a sponge? Doctors use a device called a dynamometer to measure this force in kilograms, and the data is terrifying. A study of over 100,000 people found that grip strength is a better predictor of death than blood pressure. If your grip is weak, your risk of having a heart attack goes up, your risk of stroke goes up, your risk of dementia goes up. Why? Why does a hand muscle predict a heart attack? Because grip strength is a systemic biomarker. Your hand is the end of the line. To squeeze hard, your heart has to pump blood all the way to the extremities. Your brain has to send a high-velocity signal down the spinal cord. Your blood vessels have to dilate. If your grip is weak, it means the system is weak. It means you have low systemic integrity. It means your body is slowly powering down. I see patients who can't open a jar of pickles. They laugh about it. They say, "Oh, I'm just getting old." I don't laugh, because I know that the inability to open that jar is a red flag. It is the check engine light flashing on the dashboard. It means their inflammation is high. It means their protein intake is low. It means they are in the danger zone. The false comfort. And here is the trap. You might look in the mirror and think you look the same. You might weigh the same as you did at 50, but the scale is a liar. You have replaced 5 pounds of dense metabolic muscle with 5 pounds of light, fluffy fat. You are skinny fat, and biologically, that is the most dangerous state of all. Because muscle is an organ, it regulates your blood sugar, it stores your energy. When you lose it, you become diabetic, you become frail, you become a victim of gravity. So, we have tested your legs, the chair. We have tested your hands, the grip. Now, we need to test your brain. And we are not going to use a puzzle or a math problem. We are going to use a hallway. Because the speed at which you walk tells me exactly how fast your brain is shrinking. Let's look at the speed of thought and why slow walkers die first. Why slow walkers die first. The cognitive connection. You are walking down a hallway in a hospital. You see an elderly person shuffling. Their feet barely lift off the ground. Their steps are short, choppy, hesitant. You think, their legs are tired. You are wrong. Their legs are fine. Their brain is tired.
Walking is the most complex thing a human being does. It requires balance. It requires vision processing. It requires terrain mapping. It requires thousands of micro-calculations per second to stop you from falling. It is a massive drain on your CPU. The shrinking brain. We've scanned the brains of fast walkers and slow walkers. The results are undeniable. People who walk slowly have smaller brains. Specifically, they have less cortical thickness. The outer layer of the brain, where thinking happens, literally thins out. Why? Because the brain is losing processing speed. It cannot calculate the next step fast enough, so it slows the body down. It puts the brakes on. It says, wait, I need time to process this. Slow walking is a safety mechanism for a failing computer. The dual task test. Try this test right now, or the next time you are walking with a friend. Start walking at a normal pace. Now, without stopping, count backward from 100 by sevens. 100, 93, 86. If you have to stop walking to do the math, if you freeze in place to think, that is a massive red flag. It is called dual task interference. It means your brain cannot handle two things at once. It has zero cognitive reserve. It is using 100% of its power just to keep you upright. It has nothing left for math. This is the first sign of dementia, decades before you forget a name. The inability to walk and talk is the canary in the coal mine. The vicious cycle. And here is the trap. When you walk slowly, you burn fewer calories. Your heart doesn't pump hard enough. Your blood vessels get stiff. Your brain gets less oxygen. So it shrinks faster. So you walk even slower. It is a death spiral. You become sedentary. You sit in the chair. You fail the chair test. You lose your muscle. You get sarcopenia. Gravity wins. The false safety. I hear patients say, I walk slow to be careful. I don't want to fall. But statistically, slow walkers fall more because they spend more time on one leg during the swing phase of a step. Momentum is stability, like riding a bicycle. If you ride a bike too slow, you wobble, you crash. Walking fast is safer. Walking with purpose is safer. It forces your brain to stay sharp. It forces your heart to pump. So, we have 3 tests: the chair, leg strength; the grip, systemic power; the walk, brain speed. If you failed any of them or all of them, you are in the danger zone. You are accelerating towards the end. But there is good news. Biology is reversible. Muscles can grow at any age, even at 90. Your brain can speed up, but you cannot do it by taking it easy. You have to do the opposite. You have to create an explosion. Let's look at the power protocol and how to save your life in 5 minutes a day. How to save your life in 5 minutes a day. The solution. You have failed the tests. Your legs are weak. Your grip is soft. Your walk is slow. What do? Do you accept it? Do you buy a cane? Absolutely not. You fight back. But you cannot fight back with gentle exercise. Walking around the block is not enough. It maintains what you have, but it builds nothing. To reverse sarcopenia, to wake up the dead muscle, you need power. Power is different from strength. Strength is lifting a heavy weight slowly. Power is moving a weight fast. And science shows that seniors lose power twice as fast as strength. That is why they fall. They trip, and their muscles are too slow to catch them. The drill, the explosive chair. Here is your prescription. It takes 5 minutes. You do it every single day. Find a sturdy chair. Sit down, feet flat. Now stand up. But do not just stand up. Explode up. Try to jump through the ceiling. Move as fast as your body allows. Use your arms if you need to at first, but the goal is speed. When you reach the top, squeeze your glutes. Stand tall. Then sit down slowly. Take 3 seconds to lower yourself. Control gravity. Do 10 repetitions. Rest. Do 10 more. That explosion, that fast movement, that wakes up the type 2 muscle fibers. These are the fast twitch fibers, the ones that disappear first, the ones that save you when you slip on a rug. If you train speed, the brain remembers speed. Your walking gets faster, your balance gets sharper. The fuel, the protein threshold. But exercise is useless if you don't have bricks to build the house, and this is where most seniors fail. They eat like birds, tea and toast, a little salad. That is a starvation diet for muscles. As you age, your body develops anabolic resistance. It becomes deaf to protein. A young person can eat 1 egg and build muscle. A 70-year-old needs 3 eggs to get the same signal. You need to flood the system. You need at least 30 grams of protein in a single meal to flip the muscle growth switch. If you eat 10 grams here, 10 grams there, the switch never flips. The muscle stays asleep. So eat a steak, eat 3 eggs, drink a whey protein shake, force the nutrition into the tissue. The conclusion. I want you to think about your future self. Imagine yourself at 90 years old. There are 2 versions of you. Version 1 is sitting in a chair. They cannot get up. They are waiting for someone to help them to the bathroom. They are waiting for someone to bring them water. They have lost their dignity. They have lost their freedom because they let gravity win. Version 2 is standing in the garden. They are planting flowers. They are walking briskly. They can pick up their great-grandchild. They are tired, yes. They have wrinkles, yes. But they are strong. They are independent. They are the captain of their own ship. The difference between version 1 and version 2 is what you do right now. It is the next time you stand up from that chair. Do not use your hands. Do not groan. Explode up. Tell your body, we are not done yet. Tell gravity, not today. Do the test. Check your grip. Walk fast. And never, ever stop moving.